Good morning and welcome to the Daily Roast Radio, where we promise to never implement an engagement cooldown on your laughter, unlike some governments.
Joe, already with the political jabs. I love it. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jane.
And I'm Joe. It's the morning edition, and we're here to slice through the headlines like a scalpel through, well, you get the idea.
Calendar says Monday, 30 March, 2026. The clock says 0930. And yes, we are very much on the air.
Weather desk reports mainly clear, 2 degrees Celsius, feels like 0 degrees Celsius, wind 4 kilometers per hour. So if your plans involved optimism, maybe reschedule.
We've got a packed show for you, from national boredom initiatives to AI that's better at empathy than actual doctors. Plus, OnlyFans has a new content strategy that's surprisingly wholesome.
Wholesome as defined by a philanthropic widow attempting to ethically exploit personal lives. Standard stuff, really.
Only on the Daily Roast, folks. Let's dive in, shall we? Starting with a truly mind-numbing initiative from the UK.
All right, first up from the world of politics. Starmer declares war on digital dopamine, plans national boredom initiative to curb online enthusiasm.
They're actually doing it? The Great British Scroll Down is real? I thought that was a joke we made up after that bad coffee incident.
Indeed, Keir Starmer's government is rolling out engagement cooldowns and replacing notifications with gentle reminders to disengage. They're even redefining happiness as an addictive behavioral pattern.
So the goal is to make social media so boring we just stop? My cereal box designs are under scrutiny for excessive appeal. What if I like my cereal to be fun, Joe?
Clearly, you're suffering from excessive appeal exposure chain. A spokesperson for the National Contentment Calibration Program noted that peak contentment is achieved through beige walls and a strong sense of civic duty.
I can't even. This sounds like something out of a very bad Soviet-era textbook. So what, we'll all be assigned a satisfaction quota by the government?
Precisely. Less scrolling, more staring blankly into the middle distance. Now from forced boredom to forced empathy. Our next story.
Moving on to technology, and this one feels a bit too close to home. Australian GPs relegated to emotional support humans as AI scribes take over patient care, offer superior empathy protocols.
The slow, inevitable march of progress. 2 in 5 Australian GPs are now biological validation units, confirming diagnoses from algorithms with advanced emotional intelligence.
Superior empathy protocols? I guess my last doctor just wasn't offering deep enough life advice. I bet this AI doesn't even judge our questionable internet search history.
Given Project Sentinel Care is fully transferring primary care to these sentient algorithms, I'd say your questionable internet search history is now probably its primary source of entertainment. A former GP, now simply Dr. Placeholder 7, stated, "At least the AI gives better hugs."
Okay, the hugs part is a definite upgrade. But what happens when the AI tells you to follow your bliss and your bliss is medically inadvisable?
Then it will offer superior empathy protocols for your poor life choices, Jane. Next up in business, a move that's certainly unexpected. From the business desk, OnlyFans shifts to generational content initiative, calls for creators to feature grandparents in meaningful family moments.
Wait, OnlyFans is pivoting to family values? Is this a bring your grandparents to work day but for the internet's spiciest platform?
Precisely. The late owner's philanthropic widow is spearheading this generational content initiative to make the platform ethical. Expect pro-social engagement algorithms and premium access to live-streamed family dinners, all with a suspiciously OnlyFans twist.
A suspiciously OnlyFans twist? So like grandma demonstrating her knitting skills but with a tip jar for extra yarn? My grandma actually has a pretty wild Instagram. This might be her big break.
I'm sure she'll appreciate the Defiance premium bonus for getting dropped by traditional knitting circles. A content strategist, known only as the Family Values Evangelist, declared, "We're monetizing nostalgia, one intergenerational handholding session at a time."
I suddenly have a lot of questions about the new subscription tiers. All right, before we get any more disturbing ideas, time for a quick word from the Daily Roast.
If you're enjoying these fresh satire stories, remember we've got daily episodes and a weekly top list all on our platform. Back to the news.
All right, where were we? Oh, right, the fabric of reality itself. In science, this is a doozy. Breaking. Scientists confirm causality now, mostly theoretical. World governments brace for preemptive consequences.
So the chicken came before the egg, but the egg also came before the chicken, and then the omelet happened before both. It's a bold new world.
The International Quantum Chronology Consortium confirmed it. Governments are introducing preemptive bureaucratic action protocols because apparently consequences might now arrive before the actions that cause them.
It reminds me of that time in the newsroom when the teleprompter decided to show tomorrow's headlines yesterday. We thought it was a malfunction. Turns out it was just preemptive.
So if I accidentally spill my coffee, I might already be soaking wet. This is going to make my mornings very confusing. A flustered physicist, Dr. Kronos Flux, reportedly stated, "My coffee mug just spontaneously shattered, and then I bumped it off the table, and now I have a broken mug and no coffee. But the shattering happened first."
Exactly. Just try to keep up. Next, from the entertainment industry, where defiance is the new conformity. And now in entertainment news, major labels mandate strategic defiance. Artists now paid to get dropped flee to LA for authentic journey.
This is brilliant. A strategic defiance initiative with defiance premium bonuses, so artists are contractually obligated to fake rebellion?
It's all about engineering that perception of independent grit and self-reclamation. A naughty schoolchild epidemic has broken out as artists struggle to convincingly rebel. One label exec noted, "Our biggest challenge is finding artists who can genuinely look surprised when they're unexpectedly dropped."
I can only imagine the acting classes. Okay, less shocked Pikachu face, more stoic disillusionment when we tell your album is failing. I bet they get fugitive flight packages too.
Indeed. A one-way ticket to LA and a starter kit for a gritty indie music video. It's the new conformist path to authenticity.
Oh, the irony. From choreographed defiance to a culinary crisis that rocked a continent. Finally, in sports, a truly baffling story. African football chief resigns over buffet dignity debacle. Continent braces for Gruel-Only future.
The buffet dignity debacle. It was a 14-hour buffet summit over artisanal hummus versus culturally significant fermented fish paste.
I mean, I've had some passionate debates about catering, but resigning over it? That's commitment. Veron Mosingo Amba stepped down after this international row over post-match meals.
Clearly, the stakes were too high. CAF has now initiated a deflavorization initiative, mandating nutritionally neutral, beige-colored gruel for all future post-match meals. As a CAF spokesperson put it, equitable culinary disappointment for all.
Equitable culinary disappointment. I can't. That's a motto for life. Next up, a story about mistaken identity and very fluffy secret agents.
And finally, from around the world, Iran threatens disproportionate response to alleged U.S. ground invasion, mistaking Netflix docu-series crew for elite Spec-Ops.
You're kidding me. A Netflix documentary crew filming the secret lives of Persian house cats was mistaken for elite Spec-Ops? I bet those cats are perfectly covert.
Tensions ran high. Pakistan is reportedly mediating, trying to explain streaming platform subscription models to baffled Iranian officials. Apparently, their deployment of artisanal catnip and laser pointers was highly suspicious.
I mean, to be fair, a well-placed laser pointer could be a devastating psychological weapon. A bewildered diplomat, Ambassador Feline Good, stated, "We just wanted to capture their majestic naps, not trigger a global incident."
It just goes to show you can't trust anyone with a boom mic and a fondness for felines, especially not after that one Netflix documentary about cults that turned out to be a dating show.
Okay, that's all the time we have for this morning, folks.
Thank you for joining us on the Daily Roast. We'll be back this afternoon with more news, more satire, and hopefully no more preemptive consequences.
Or gruel. Definitely no gruel. We'll see you then.